on the left, front row.
Max Bonstetter, Sports Illustrated Kids. Congrats on the win, Coach. Moving on to the Sweet 16. Bet it feels amazing. I just have a question. What is it with you guys in second halves in the NCAA tournament? First, Wisconsin, you went on that crazy run in the second half, and now against UC Irvine, another crazy run.
Well, except for that first 7 minutes, bud. But we did play well, the last 13 minutes. Once we got a couple baskets, our energy level went way up. Had some key steals, and then we just started bouncing around again. But we were stuck in the mud. I put them to sleep at halftime with my speech, I think, and we were really struggling there to start second half. And when they took the lead, we were very fortunate that we got a couple shots to fall there, because I could feel us, tighten up. I was trying not to lose my composure, but I could feel us tighten up there a little bit. So ease three and then lose three, really got us going again.
Third row on the left.
Yeah, just sort of kind of sum up the way your season, you look dead in the water, as Peyton said, back in February. You looked that way for the first 7 minutes of the second half, and then when things click, you guys showed what you can do. Is that sort of how the season's been?
Yeah, we've been up and down this year, and I really credit the players for staying with it, because they could have gave into it at any time. I mean, bad losses, and I'm getting them to practice and barking at them and trying to drive them a little bit to get them better, and when you're facing that, it's easy kind of to give into it. So I'm really proud of the way they just kept fighting and stayed with it. And the second thing, and everybody has injuries, but Lou didn't play the first 9 games, and then Bowl gets hurt, and then Kenny breaks his jaw. So you can imagine, you just watched Kenny. We lost 3 games, home games, without him, because we didn't have any rim protection, and then we get Kenny back, and Paul sprains his ankle and is ineffective for 3 weeks. So, we are healthy now. So to give the guys that, they are healthy now, and they're playing really well together. But again, they could have given into it at any time, and they didn't. And so I'm really happy for them that they've been able to do this. I'm really pleased with their effort, their fight, and they're so together right now. They, VJ and Miles didn't get to play much tonight, but they were in there, and hey, it was just might be my turn next time, and that's when you got a team that's really thinking about one thing, and that's being the best and finding a way to win a game.
About 5 rows back on the left.
Kyle Bonnegar with ESPN. I got 2 for you. One, just early impressions on Virginia and the matchup there.
We don't get to watch them much because their games come on like at 4 o'clock, and we're still practicing, working, so we really don't get to see, the ACC that much because their games come on so early. I have seen them a couple times. Didn't get a chance to see them play Oklahoma today, but I know they're really talented, and Tony, obviously what they've accomplished and their record in the ACC is off the charts. So we're going to have to play really well. They're big, they're physical, they don't make mistakes, they're not going to beat themselves. But we've got a puncher's chance, and we'll go swing away and see what happens.
And then the second one, your women's team also won today to go to the Sweet 16 as well. What is the dynamic like between the two teams, staffs, all of that?
Oh, they're great. Our women's team, Sabrina is Ruthie. Those girls have been around. They've been to the Final 8 the last 2 years, and Kelly's a great guy. We share a gym, we share a practice facility, and they're so easy to work with. And I couldn't be happier for them. But those girls, they are top notch. They speak every time I see them downstairs, and when we were struggling, they were always trying to pick our guys up and pick us up, and it's just a great group of gals, and they're good. They're a good team. They know what they want to do on every possession, and they're very skilled. They're a good basketball team.
Third row.
How does, you talked a little bit about Kenny's rim protection. How does that just free up everyone else defensively, knowing that he's back there? And he had a couple blocks during that drought that you guys were in the second half. Otherwise, it could have been even
Yeah,
more.
no, you know, we're able to challenge three-point shooters a lot harder, you know, because if they do get by us, you know, he's there to clean some things up. You know, we can rotate a little bit with more confidence, you know, and take a few more chances. You know, the difference in the game was the points off turnovers, 25-10. You know, I mean, that was the difference in the game. And so he allows us to be aggressive defensively, very similar to what Jordan Bell used to do for us when we really had it going a couple years ago. So he's a big part. And when he's aggressive, every now and then you know, he's not aggressive. He hasn't played a lot of basketball, you know, so sometimes he gets caught flat-footed. But when he gets a basket down and he feels good, and you know, he's really active and really changes our look, and no doubt about it.
Second row.
Coach, I have two for you. Yesterday we talked about defense and running their three-point shooters off the line. Was that key tonight? I think they were still 1 of 7 deep in the second half.
Yeah, you know, we made 2 mistakes we gave them wide open ones to start second half. You know, we had a bad rotation there and got a wide open 3 up top, and then we left Max on the ball went in the post, and somebody turned their head and they kicked it right back, and you know, that was the one we weren't going to give up tonight, and we gave that one up late. But no, I thought the guys really were aware, ran them off the line. You'll have to look at the film, but I just don't think we gave them a lot of open looks. You know, I remember those 2, but I don't remember a lot of other ones that we gave up.
2 years ago, we were in Kansas City. I want to, this is probably a difficult question for you to answer, but the 2 teams, how different are they, the Jordan Bell team to this team? Can you maybe put that into words about how different or how maybe similar they are?
Oh, they're really different. You know, that group had been together, you know, Jordan, Dylan, Brooks, Casey Benson, Chris Boucher, those guys have been together, you know, 2 years. You know, the only guy we were blending into that team was Peyton. The rest of the guys had been there with us, you know. So we had a more experienced team. And if we wouldn't have lost Chris, you know, you never know what would have happened. But that was just a more experienced group that won 33 games. You know, they were tough all year. This group, you know, it's different, but with Peyton playing as well as he is, and you know, Kenny cleaning up some things, Lou hitting shots, Paul's been steady for us, Will's been good off the bench, Ehab gave us tremendous lift. You know, pieces are starting to fall together. Francis has given us some rebounds. I know VJ and Miles can still come in and give us some minutes. So, you know, we got 9 guys that, you know, can give us some help, and they waited till late to come together, but I'm sure happy they did, and they're sure happy they did. They're having some fun finally, and you know, it's good to see.
Good. Looks like we'll end it there. Thanks, Coach.
All righty, thanks.